What is up, everybody? Bobby here, the Nintendo Guru, and today I've tapped into a little bit of help here. I wanted to put together my 5 favorite games of 2018. But I kind of felt like, why should I just carry the workload by myself? Maybe there's somebody else out there that might also be a counterpart to me, to figure out if what I like in 2018 is just what I like, or if someone has very similar picks. So I reached out to my boy DLifeHD, and go check out his YouTube channel, links down below and all that stuff. But I was like, hey man, what games did you like in 2018? So at first we put together like our personal top 5s, but then when I looked at it, I was like, man, these lists are very similar. So what I want to do is I want to kind of like, we're going to go back and forth, we're going to compliment each other on what things that we liked, and you'll hear what he likes and then what I like, and go back and forth. But we have only one game that was different in our 2018s. So let's just go through. The first game that we both agree on being one of the best in 2018.
Number 1, Starlink. Listen, it had been years since I had played a Star Fox game, so to tell you that I was excited is probably a little bit of an understatement.
If you are an old school Star Fox fan, this game basically pulls you in. I discussed this earlier this year on the OK Beast website when they asked me what my top 10 games of 2018 were, and I had to actually chronologically put them in order of 10 to 1. This game actually came in at my number 4 game for the year.
Not only do you get an awesome story with nice graphics and a beautiful world to do a whole bunch of crap in, but you get to play with Fox. This game was totally worth it, and it's probably one of the best Star Fox games ever.
When I saw it at E3, I wasn't blown away the first year. I thought like, oh, this is a good game. I don't know if this is something that's going to really wrap me in and pull me in. But then I actually saw it last year at E3, and when they discussed Star Fox actually getting put into this game, I thought, wow, this is a different turn of events. This is very cool, and I'm very excited for it. Looking forward to more of this franchise. I hope that they lean heavily into a Star Fox game. I would almost like to see Nintendo just tell Ubisoft, go off and make a Star Fox game, because that's pretty much how I felt when I was playing this game. Very, very good. The next game that we both agree should be in our top 5s is Octopath Traveler.
Right, so as I've told you guys a million times on my channel, I'm not usually into RPGs, but this one captured my attention from the get-go. Not only was the music just superb, but the modernized retro graphics just as easily captured my attention. It's an absolute gem of a game, and probably the best RPG on the Switch right now.
For me, I'm a huge old school RPG fan. I loved Final Fantasy III. For me, it was number 3 on the Super Nintendo. I love that game. To me, that is one of the near perfect RPGs there are. So when I played Octopath, I felt a lot of that pulling me back in. It's from the same team that worked on Bravely Default. They did such a fantastic job. The art style is gorgeous, man. And this is not one of those things where like beauty is skin deep. It's not. It's a very deep game, very good RPG game. It's really, really good, and I strongly suggest it to everybody.
The Messenger. Hailed as the return of Ninja Gaiden, probably by me, The Messenger immediately caught my attention. I was a huge fan of Ninja Gaiden, and believe me when I tell you, this will not disappoint.
Man, I'm an old school Ninja Gaiden fan, and when I heard about The Messenger, I got amped up for this game, and how could you not? Like, when you see this, you immediately get all those reminiscent feelings about Ninja Gaiden through and through, and I just fell deep into this game and fell in love with this game. I enjoyed it. I felt like it was such a throwback to the past.
The levels are really awesomely made, the graphics are pure retro awesomeness, and the sound will take you back to when you were playing your NES back in the day. Great game.
Hollow Knight. So everybody kept telling me that with Hollow Knight, just give it time. Just give it time, Bobby, and it'll click. And I kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and I couldn't figure out why people were in love with this game. And then but a few days ago, I actually was playing it, and all of a sudden the click happened. I just pushed through, and it was that moment when I realized, oh my god, this game is fantastic.
First, when I actually began to play this one, I was like, okay, the graphics are awesome looking. They look like a cartoon, which I'm totally into. But boy, is this a freaking hard game. Well, it turns out that I didn't know that after you kill your enemies, you can press A and regain life. Oops.
There is so much to do in this game. The side quests are so stretching, so deep. The art style is fantastic. The game is amazing. It feels so Metroidvania-ish. It's not even funny. It's very difficult. It's very rewarding. It's everything you want from a platformer, action, just awesomeness. So the only game that me and DLife separate on is he brings up Horizon's Chase Turbo, which I think is a fantastic game.
Okay, so yeah. It's a mobile game. So what, huh? So what? A good game is a good game no matter what platform, and this game proves it. If you were ever a fan of Outrun, you'll love this game. It's got beautiful graphics, great soundtrack, great controls, and a ton of cars and places to race, and it's just a really, really fun game. Great arcade racing game on the Switch, and I highly recommend it to anyone.
I do think it's a fantastic game, but for me, it's got to be Dead Cells. And I know that this game got a lot of press earlier in the year, mainly because of a wonderful review that was done about it, and that's what put the spectacle on it. Tip my cap to the reviewer. Fantastic job. That aside, when I look at this game, I go, man, this is a roguelike game where, for me, I'm not really a super fan of those types of games, but it takes the rogue game and throws the Metroidvania stuff in there and the randomly generated levels, and you go, how in the world can this all work? And they make it work. It takes you from a minute where you feel like a god to the snap of a finger that you just feel like a weakling and you just got smashed. But it never makes you feel like the game is cheating or cheap. You never have any cheap deaths. You always immediately go, man, if I would have done this, I could have just done a little better with this game. I strongly recommend this game. I think that this is probably the one game that everybody needs to play this year, amongst the others that we just listed. But this one really is a special game, and I really feel like if you have time, go get it, go play it, enjoy it, because I think you will love it. Even if it's not your genre of choice, even if rogue games or Metroidvania games aren't necessarily your type of game, I feel like this is a game that will push through and just shines with the greatness that it is. Seriously, go get this game. So that is all. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you take the time to go out and grab these games. These were some of the best games in 2018 on a Nintendo console. Thank you, DLifeHD, for being a part of this. Again, people, go follow him on Twitter. Check out all his stuff down below. He has a fantastic YouTube channel. Go give him a sub. Go follow him. Go do all that good stuff. Thank you, sir. It's been a pleasure to work with you. And get ready, people, because 2019 is going to be amazing. That is all. Peace out, Preston.